Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Cheyenne Marie here, and it is hella late. It is now 11:50, and I am giving you part 2 to my drugstore full face review that I had posted on Sunday. So I apologize for not being true to the video from Sunday, but I went ahead and followed the same time frame and makeup routine to show you guys how long drugstore products can last and how well they set up, yeah, or how well they hold up and how well they set in. So what I did was I followed the same routine from Sunday's video. If you haven't checked it out, please watch it, either after this or later on. Please watch it. Make sure you like it as well. And you can see that I use purely all drugstore products. So I use Black Radiance, Elf, Maybelline, L'Oreal, Makeup Revolution. Makeup Revolution might be an exception. They're not necessarily drugstore, but they're on the cheaper end of the makeup, I guess, spectrum. There's, the higher end, and then the ones that are not so high, but they're sold in like places like Ulta. This is where Revolution fits in, and they have their own website as well. So I went ahead and, I used their banana powder by Revolution, did my eyes by Elf, the whole shebang. Everything that you see here right now, it's true to theme that I used on Sunday. So you can see my lips obviously didn't hold up to the test. I applied it once, and I don't really like this matte lipstick. It's always been a little bit too dry for me. I'm not sure if this is like their very first tester formula that they used or whatever, but I just never liked the formula. It's always been really dry for me, and maybe it's the color, the pigmentation, I don't know. I haven't tried another one by them, so this is my sole experience with Elf's liquid matte lipsticks. The eyeshadow is not bad. The eyeshadow's popping, like I really like it. The fallout wasn't as bad either, but also I guess I created my own fallout because I had to scrape the top of the baked eyeshadow in order to kind of get some type of pigment going on. So I packed it on and it looks gorgeous to me, but I think all right here it just looks super yellow for whatever reason. It just looks like maybe there was some fallout that I just didn't catch, and it just kind of seeped in here, my under eye. Because I know it's not the concealer, honey, because I've been using the concealer and I've never seen this before. And maybe it's my lighting, but I'm starting to notice some real like yellow circles going on right here. Aside from that, you can see I'm also really oily. I didn't blot at all. Didn't reapply any powder or anything. I just let it be. And my skin just looks really, maybe people go for this dewy look, but this is too dewy. This is oily. This is where it's like, okay, well, it's been 8 hours. You gotta, take this off now. Take this mask off. The eyebrows, they're still looking somewhat decent. My eyebrows are always forever going to be sisters. They'll never be twins, unfortunately. This one's always like stubborn. The tail's always thin, and this one here, it's just, they're sisters, okay? They're probably even as far as stepsisters. They're not alike at all. No offense to stepsisters, it's a joke. But let's see, what else could I nitpick at? You can't even see my highlight that I did apply. I feel like it's non-existent. The one exception to my face today, I did use Morphe's Blush Trio from their Poppy Trio palette. That's the only item I used that wasn't drugstore, but it was on the lower end as well as like the Revolution makeup was. But still, that still held up pretty well with the pigmentation. And you can kind of see like some red on my cheeks. That's the blush, you know what I mean? I like it. I'm surprised that it lasted. It looks really nice still. It kind of makes everything else look okay to me personally. I don't mind, that red. I don't mind the look. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. The main thing I don't like is just the oiliness and then the yellow around my eyes. And the lipstick is, you're gonna get that with pretty much anything, I think. Matte lipsticks and matte formulas are really complicated, and it always varies depending on the pigmentation and the formula itself. So I think, the lipstick's not too bad. And once again, this is all drugstore products, so most likely I'm not even wearing like $50 worth of makeup on my face. And if I am, then that's honestly hard to believe. I don't think this is $50 worth of makeup that'll last. I mean, it lasted decent, but I think I would expect more out of $50 worth of product. So for 8 hours at work, this is fine. I'm not complaining. It wasn't like I was going to a party or anything. I mean, drugstore products are always reliable for those, you know, quick events, you know, maybe like a, you know, an hour date or something, 2-hour movie, girls' night, work or whatever. You know, you don't care how, you know, your makeup looks at the end of the day. You know, you clock in, you clock out, unless you work in a more professional setting. But other than that, I think 8 hours, this is the one thing I would like to go without, or I could do without, is the oiliness. I don't like how oily it looks. I feel like I mean, I went in with my powders like I always do, so I really just don't like the oiliness and the shine. And then on top of that, I already have oily skin, so I feel like with the powder on top of the primer from earlier, and then the setting with my powder, I feel like it shouldn't be this oily. And then the matte setting spray, like it shouldn't get this bad. But nevertheless, I'll continue staying with this, you know, this routine, and I don't have, you know, big complaints that wouldn't deviate me from ever buying drugstore products again. You know, I feel like they serve their purpose for what they're worth, and I feel like some perform better than others. And I mean, yeah, I think it's fine for $50 worth of product, a full face under $50. I think it's definitely worth it. Like I said before, check out my last video so you can have some type of reference as to the entire look, me going through it with my eyebrows, base, everything. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and take off all my makeup now. I feel like I should take off one side of makeup so you guys can see that my skin doesn't break out. Like all these silly notions that people have when they first want to like try drugstore products or just try makeup in general. They ask, oh, is it gonna irritate my skin? And you know, ABC. I say, look, you have to know your skin type, for one, and two, your skin should already be taken care of before you apply any extra product. Take care of the base before you add the face. You know what I mean? You really have to make sure that your skin is taken care of. Drink water, you know, moisturize. Please moisturize, because it does make a difference. For the longest I didn't, and I started to moisturize now, and it's a night and day difference. You can kind of see the difference. So like my skin versus the made up skin, and it's not bad. I didn't break out or anything, and I usually don't, but I just want to show you guys for reference that it's okay. You can experiment with drugstore products. I would say experiment with the lesser products before spending $50 on an eyeshadow palette and you're not familiar with how to use that palette, and then you're just blending all crazy, and then you look a mess and you think it's bomb because you spent a lot of money. Like, it doesn't matter how much you spend. If the product works, it works. I say quality over quantity, big time. Let's see, side by side, the made up me and then the natural me. Alright, so I'm gonna go finish taking the rest of this off. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that post notification bell so you can see my uploads regularly. And welcome to the family. Like I said, if you're new, thank you for watching. And if you've been here since video numero uno, thank you so much. Thank you for your love and support, and I wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good night. It's 12 o'clock, so yeah, I need to go to bed. Have a good night, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Bye, lovelies.